We are most concerned about how the proposed changes impact the habitat. And so not just aquatic, but terrestrial species as well. And recognizing that they, need space to survive. And so we not only need to protect the species, but the habitats as well.
So what are these species that would be most impacted or need more protection here in Cleveland?
Well, I think a really good example would be monarchs and evaluating their status, because it really demonstrates that not only that national connection across the U.S., but connection to Canada and connection to Mexico, certainly.
So with all the changes in Washington, how are you here locally and regionally still working to protect, the environment?
So a lot of our work is done in coalition with a variety of groups. So we are active with Healing Our Waters Coalition. And then locally, we have the Central Lake Erie Basin Coalition. And then when it comes to species survival plans, our Cleveland Metroparks Zoo is very active with the American Zoos and Aquariums Association.
So do you expect that there is going to be a funding cut in the near future to, the programs that you are showing us today?
So we have seen some cuts in staff, or they are, kind of have to. We've had some of our liaisons at US EPA that went unexpectedly on leave for a number of months without notice to us. That happened on one of our restoration projects, and they were our point of contact. So we kind of lost some of the guidance on that. So some of it isn't just project cuts, but staffing cuts as well.
And how are you then working, to lobby and to explain the importance of your work to the federal government?
So we do that in partnership with our state partners, especially when it comes to the Area of Concern program, working with Ohio Lake Erie Commission to have those conversations. They hosted basically it was like a conference in disguise. It was called a summit in Toledo in September that actually had folks from the local, state, and federal government, so that we could have those conversations about the support that's still needed.
To people that say, well, the environment is a liberal, progressive, conversation that we just don't want to have, how would you explain, the importance of the work that you do?
It's how we tell that story and what we talk about. And everyone needs clean water, everyone needs clean air, and it's acknowledging that we all have the right to those resources, and even just our own mental health and access to parks and green space. So we really bring it down to those day-to-day needs, instead of just, some people might talk about intrinsic value, that we should just have nature to have it. But to someone that's struggling to pay their energy bill or their water bill, that's not going to resonate. But if we can say that if we can keep this waterway cleaner, that's going to reduce the water bill, because they won't need to treat it as much, and that's going to resonate better.
So there's an economic incentive there.
Yeah, we try to look at the multiple benefits that the work that we can do can provide. And when it comes to the park district, and when we talk about taking care of our natural forest or wetlands, we say this is work that doesn't just benefit the guests of the park, but everyone in Northeast Ohio, because clean water and clean air don't follow political boundaries.